A local brewing company and movie theater are partnering up to pair custom brews with award-winning foreign films.
7 to 4's Alyssa Heron joins us live from Stormcloud Brewing Company in Benzie County in their Frankfort area to tell us about the second annual Dark and Storm Cloudy film series. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Brendan and Melissa. I am here with co-owner Rick Schmidt at the Stormcloud Brewing Company right here in Frankfort. Thank you for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
All right. How long has this brewery been around, first of all?
We opened up in July of 2013, so we've been open about a year and a half right here in downtown Frankfort.
All right, and you were showing me some of your brews earlier. What are you really known for?
We were lucky enough to win an award at the Great American Beer Festival in October this year. The Rainmaker, a Belgian pale ale. We got the bronze medal there, which is a big deal in the craft beer industry, so we're really quite proud of that beer, and it's available on tap probably in about 20 restaurants in the greater Grand Traverse area.
Okay, and now you started a very special series last year, and I want you to kind of explain what that is and, you know, what changes you made this year.
We started the Dark and Storm Cloudy film series with the Garden Theater right next door. We own the theater next door. We got it renovated, got it up and running year-round again, and we just wanted to do something in the winter to bring people out. So we came up with the Dark and Storm Cloudy film series, Dark Days of Winter, and we're pairing them with dark beers that we make here right on site at Stormcloud. So this year we're doing foreign films, award-winning foreign films, and we're starting with a Russian film that is How I Ended This Summer. Okay. And we're pairing it with a Russian Imperial Stout. And so each film is paired with the country that the beer is derived from, essentially. Last year we paired them with dark comedies. This year we're pairing them from the countries where the beer recipe comes from. Okay,
so what is the beer called? This, and we can pour some of this maybe and check it out.
We've got a Dark and Storm Cloudy Russian Imperial Stout right on tap. And a stout is a type of beer. And this one is a dark and roasty stout. And it's perfectly hopped to give you a nice little sweet finish on this one. And boy, it's delicious.
Absolutely. And so if people want to purchase these tickets, do they come and grab the beer before or after, or how does that work?
You know, they can do either one. Come to the pub ahead of time and have a beer, purchase your ticket, or go to the theater. Everybody that buys a ticket to go to the show gets a little $5 token that they can use in Stormcloud. So if you don't make it to Stormcloud before the movie, go over there, buy your ticket, get your token, come over here and enjoy a beer or a sandwich or whatever it might be.
What a fun idea. And so we have Russian this week, or this month.
Yeah.
And then coming up next month, what should people be looking out for?
Well, we're going to brew, well, actually we're brewing it right now. It's in the fermenter. It's a dark Scottish ale. It's really good. And so we're pairing that with an award-winning Scottish film, and that'll be in February.
Alrighty. Well, coming up at 6:30, we're actually going to show you how they get this whole process started brewing these very special foreign beers. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And all of this information and more will be on our website at UpNorthLive.com. Reporting live in Benzie County, Alyssa Heron, 7 and 4 News.
Cheers. That looks like a great event. What a great idea to pair the movies and the beers.
Plus, 7 and 4's Alyssa Heron is live at a local brewing company that's creating custom brews to pair with award-winning foreign films. You want to check out this live interview coming up. It is 6:20, and you're watching 7 and 4 News today.
Good morning, Brendan and Melissa. I am back, and this time I am joined with Brian Comfer. He's the head brewer here at Stormcloud Brewery in Frankfort, Michigan. And first of all, you know, let's get started talking about the process of how you make a beer.
Sure. So after we've formulated the recipe, we're calling out different kinds of grains that are going to go into this. This is the mash tun.
Okay.
We mix about 600 pounds of grain, give or take, along with about 300 to 400 gallons of water, hot water. That sits in here for an hour. The hot water converts the starches in these grains to sugar. That creates the sweet sugar water called wort.
Okay.
And the wort eventually gets transferred into a boil kettle, and then we're off and running for the day. It gets boiled for an hour, hops get added, and when it's done in there, it gets transferred down through a heat exchanger and into the fermenters that are behind us.
And then the process of like making one batch or a beer, like how long does that take?
It takes about 7 hours to physically make to move it from the mash tun through the process and into a fermenter. After it's in the fermenter, it'll stay there for generally 10 days, for some much longer. One of the beers in the film series, 2 of them we've aged for a month in the fermenters, cold. It just gives it a little longer to develop its flavors.
All right, so, you know, kind of starting from left to right, describe what different types of grains we have here and show us the kind of beers that they would make.
Sure. So this is our blonde beer, and we would use about 100% of this light base malt. And most beers, even a dark beer, have 70% of this base malt in there.
Okay.
After that, we've got some caramel malt. We used a lot of that in the Scottish beer that we're making for the next film. And then after that, we've got 2 degrees of dark malt. We use it in varying amounts, and we get a stout out of that, the Russian Imperial Stout.
Okay.
And these are hops. They would go in the boiled. These are local to Empire, Michigan, from
And you can
Empire
already
Hops
smell
Farm.
the hops right now.
Yep, they smell like a pine tree, like we just cut down a pine tree and moved it
yeah.
into the brewery here.
So let's talk about the series. Now, kind of tell me what the series is all about, and how do people get these brews?
Sure. Well, we've got 3 foreign films. We've paired a beer with each. First film is a Russian film, so we did a Russian Imperial Stout. Second film is a Scottish film. We've got a Scottish ale, a strong Scottish ale coming up. And the last one is a Belgian film. We did a little fun, we're going to do a Saison. It's normally a beer that looks like that. We're going to make it taste like that, but look like that.
Oh, very interesting. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and all of this information and more will be on our website at UpNorthLive.com. Reporting live in Benzie County, Alyssa Heron, 7 and 4 News.